How's it going, everyone? I'm future meteorologist Steven Foray, and welcome back to another weekly weather news podcast with Foray Predicts. This week, not too much to talk about. Thankfully, quiet here on the island weather-wise. First thing I would like to bring about, of course, it's August. The water temperatures are starting to get really nice for the ocean and the bay. So if you do plan on going to the water, especially when it gets hotter out there, just make sure to check with what the National Weather Service has to say for the marine forecast for that day. Here's what they had to say on Monday, the surf zone forecast. Of course, rip current risks are moderate and probably will be for most of the week, as there are storms brewing out there, believe it or not, in the tropics, which we will talk about in a minute. Water temperatures are really nice out there, pretty high waves, and of course, the UV index has been pretty nice. Moving on to severe weather now. This week was lighter than last week. However, of course, the enhanced risk in turn there in the northern plains, especially in the Dakotas. You can see on the radar just how intense those cells were, so I hope everyone affected by those storms stayed safe. And the last thing I'd like to talk about for this week is the tropics. Tropical storm Erin has formed there in the Atlantic, and here's what the National Hurricane Center had to say about it in their key messages. Although it is still too early to know exactly what impacts Erin might bring to the northern Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, the risk is definitely increasing for it to move closer, and there is a greater uncertainty in what impacts. Of course, is that still a couple days out, but you could see the National Hurricane Center's National Weather Service forecast there. You could see the cone and spaghetti models there of the tropical storm force wind speeds probabilities. There it is on the radar. This is expected to blow up and definitely turn into a hurricane, maybe even a strong hurricane. Looking at the 7-day tropical outlook, you can see this 20% chance of development there out in the Atlantic by Maine. That little circle there, not too much of a chance of development as the waters are definitely cooler out there. Then going over to the Gulf, you can see here in the yellow, another 20% chance of developing. Then close to that, there is Erin, which we just discussed, does have the possibility to turn into a hurricane, but we are not sure that it will directly impact the United States. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful weekend.